Right, hi guys and welcome back to the Merry Yorkshireman, and as can be told in this description, this rant's going to be all about concerts. So, what is my ranting about concerts? I go to quite a lot. I've been to about 11 or 12 just this year alone. I went to 11 last year, so I'm a real concert goer. Anyone and everything I like. I've been to see Coldplay, Embrace, Stereophonics, Tom Chaplin, Tom Odell, Keane. You name it, I've been there, done that, and literally got the t-shirt. I always get a tour t-shirt. So yeah. What can be said about them? Well, the first thing I always rant about and what always gets my goat up is the secondary ticket market. I mean, thankfully, I'm always lucky. I always get my tickets on the day of release or a little bit earlier if I get pre-sale access. So I'm thankful in that sense. But the people that really, really want to go to these concerts that get denied on the day because someone buys all the tickets, you know, falsely and illegitimately buy all the tickets and then sell them on Viagogo and Ticketmaster and StubHub, the secondary markets, for extortionate prices, and I think it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, thankfully, Get Me In Now is shutting down, which is the Ticketmaster company, and also Seatwave, which belongs to another one of the companies that actually sells tickets. They're shutting them down at the end of October, so that's quite good. But Viagogo and StubHub are still going. StubHub is by eBay, and of course Viagogo is just a solo, illegitimate fucking website. They've really been called into question lately, and it pisses me off so much because you see tickets that only cost me like 20, 25 quid, and the people are trying to sell them for like 100 quid, 200 quid, even more than that. And I just think it's such a shit business when that's allowed to happen. And government are trying to bring some legislation in to stop it, but it's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely hate it. I hate the secondary market sales of tickets when they're charging that much. But the best thing is, they're charging 200 quid for their ticket to sell it for, but then Viagogo are sticking a percentage on a processing fee that could be like 50 quid. Just for a ticket, on a 200 quid ticket already that only cost 50. It's so frustrating. Honest to God, it so winds me up. I mean, people say, yeah, it's their fault. Why did they buy tickets in the first place? They shouldn't have bothered. But I don't think some people really understand. If you're a music lover like myself, if I miss out on getting tickets for a concert that I really want to go to, I'm miserable. I am proper grumpy for at least the rest of that day, because music means so much to me. But it's not just concerts, is it? It's such as like the Peter Kay thing that we had. He announced all these dates, people bought tickets, people spent like $1,000 on such as Viagogo, and then we're told, oh yeah, all the dates are cancelled, and all they can get back is the value of the ticket back. So the tickets probably cost, what, 60 quid? You're only going to get that back, so you're going to be well out of pocket. And yeah, it is unfortunate and it is unfair, and that is why things like this need to be abolished. There's a secondary market website called Twickets, which is really, really good. They sell the tickets at face value. So if the ticket cost me £25, but then for some reason I can't go, family emergency, or I've double booked with something, or I can't get it off because of work, it's fine. You can sell it on Twickets, you get your £25 back, and if they get sold, obviously. But Twickets then, for the buyer, has 25 quid, and then it'll be, I think it's a 10% fee of what the ticket is, obviously to keep the website going. So in the end, you'll pay £27.50 for those tickets. You know what I mean? So it's a really, really good market. So anyone that likes concerts and things that don't get concerts on the day, go sign yourself up onto Twickets, and they'll give you alerts and notifications for the people that you like if you miss out on tickets. So yeah, honest to God, Twickets is the best way for it. So go for that. So that's the whinge about the tickets. My next whinge is, when you're actually there, I always queue early because I want to get right to the front, because I think the best experience is at the front of the crowd. You know what I mean? You're right at the barriers, you get to see the band up close and everything. And I try and get a set list at the end of the night as well. So obviously that's a list. For people that don't know, it's a list of what the songs that they've got ready to play that they have a look at, so they make sure they're in the right part area and stuff. And it's just nice because there's only 3 or 4 of those ever on stage at any one time. So it's quite nice when you get them. I got one for Keane, which was really amazing because Keane have not toured in like 6 years. And I managed to get one of 5 that was on the stage, so that was quite special. But anyway, so yeah, I go always queue to the front. So I queue up early at the concert venue outside. And then I try obviously to get in as early as I can, especially if I get O2 priority. I can get in an hour earlier into the venue, so I can even get a drink then before I rush to the front. And it's really, really good. But people always whinge at me because I'm 6'2" and I'm at the front. And people are like, oh, can you let me in front? Like, no, you can fuck off. I've queued up since 8 o'clock this morning to get in and to get to the front. And then just because I'm taller than you, you want to be up front. That's not fair. You know, I can appreciate I am tall, so even if I'm at the back of a venue, yeah, I can probably see a lot more than others can. But it's not the point. I've paid as much money as you have to enjoy my show. I've queued up, you know, I want to get a set list at the end of the night. I want to have the best experience I can. You know, I want the interaction, I want everything. It's not a lot to ask. I'm at the front. I'm 6'2", I don't give a shit about anyone else behind me, to be fair. You know, you've paid your tickets. If you want us to rock up when doors open, that's your own fault, and that's why you're behind me. You know, I hate to say it, but it's not my fault I'm tall, and why should I be made to go to the back because I am tall? Because at the end of the day, I'm a diehard fan just like anyone else. And, you know, it's tough shit, I'm afraid. If you want to be in front of me, you queue up earlier than me. It's as simple as that. And then we always seem to get the pissheads. The people that are there, even though we're at the front, there's always pissheads around us that aren't even there for the concert itself. They're just there to get pissed up. And I'm just like, why? You've paid all this money to get in. I mean, okay, sometimes it might be 20, 30 quid, but sometimes it's a lot more. You know, you're talking like £80 to see Coldplay. And I just think, why are you bothering? Why are you bothering? Just go out on a night out on town. It'll only cost you what it's cost you for a ticket for a night out. But no, we end up having pissheads that are just all over the place. Don't know words, not even interested in and they're just a pain. They're just a nuisance. Have a few drinks, you know, have a good evening. That's what it's all about, enjoying yourself in your own way. But those kind of people, you know who they are. They're just people that aren't even there for the music. They're just there to get rat ass and cause trouble. And it just annoys the shit out of me, it really does. Then, of course, you get people not asking to get in front of you, but they try and push in front of you. The amount of times I have it where I'm not quite on the barrier, I'm only one row behind, and people try squeezing in front of me. I'm like, you've rocked up 10 minutes before the show starts. You can't just expect to push your weight up front. That's not how it works. It's your fault you turned up late. Don't try and push it up front now. You know, and it does really, really rile me. It really annoys the shit out of me. They just think they can push the way in and it's fine. It's not acceptable at all. Anyone that does it, you annoy the shit out of me. You really do, because it's not on. It's not acceptable. I don't like it. A lot of people around you get pissed off as well, because at the end of the day, the people that do this tend to be the pissheads and then are trouble later. You know, they're annoying later, they're trouble later, and it winds me the shit up. You know, any diehard fan of a group will get there early enough to be able to get the best place that they can and to enjoy the night, not to cause trouble, not to cause any problems. You know, they want to get the barrier, or they want to be right at the front of the balconies or whatever. You know, they want to get the best spot. And the interaction that I have sometimes when I'm in the queues and, you know, right before we go in, it's amazing. I met a lot of people through Tom Chaplin, great big supporter of Tom Chaplin. That, you know, I was queued up like 3 hours before the doors even opened, and we just stood having a chat. You know, someone gave us some lollies and stuff because it was boiling, you know, and it was a really, really nice thing. And, you know, you get a really good, nice following with people, and that is one thing that I do love about concerts, you know, especially intimate gigs and smaller gigs and stuff. It is really, really good that you can have the interaction with the other fans and fellow fans, and like, oh, what do you think they're going to play, and, you know, when's last time they've been here and stuff like that, and you just have a nice old chat, and that's nice about it. But the problem is the pissheads come in and ruin it, because they try and push in between you all, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, honest to God, right, we had one where I was at Keene where there was a little, quite small woman, and she was in the queue with us, and she was, you know, just behind us in the queue, and she was absolutely tiny, and she couldn't even see, she could only ever see if she was at the barrier. You know, that was the only way she was ever going to see, really. And I let her in front of me because I thought, well, you know, it's only fair. So she got a bit of a better view and could see if the head's all gapped out and stuff. And she asked me during the concert if I could take pictures on her phone and stuff and record some videos, because I was tall enough to be able to do it. She couldn't do that, you know, and I've got no problems with that at all. You know what I mean? I love the interaction that concerts bring you. but it's other people that annoy me. You know, 99% of people that go to a concert go to have a good time. I've got no problems with that. But that 1% can sometimes really, really ruin it for people. And yeah, I've seen it firsthand sometimes as well, where it has ruined it for other people. Not myself, because I can keep myself to myself. And if they kick off, you know, it's not an issue with me. I'm 6'2" at the end of the day. I can just leap on them. So yeah, that for me, you know, it is a shame. And the 1% always seems to be around us at times as well. So, you know, but all in all, it is a good thing. I highly recommend concerts as much as I'm ranting about them. So let me know your thoughts and feedback down below. Have you been to any concerts? Have you seen any of this firsthand that I've talked about? Have you paid any extortionate prices for tickets on secondary markets and things like that? Yeah, let me know down below. What's your best concert you've ever been to as well? I'd love to hear your thoughts on what your music tastes and interests are, or even going to shows and concerts and things. Let me know. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and much love.